The mistake is thinking the lie begins when they speak. It doesn't. The lie begins earlier, in the loading screen, in the micro pause before the sentence, in the smile that arrives too fast, in the sudden softness in their voice when they are about to sharpen the knife. You have felt it. That strange aftertaste when someone says the right words but your body doesn't believe them. You walk away confused, replaying the conversation like a detective who forgot the crime but remembers the blood. That is the moment you were supposed to notice. Because a liar can control their mouth, they cannot control their preparation. They adjust the story before you ask. They secure your emotions before they deliver the request. They build an alibi inside your mind, then they walk through it like it was always true. Today, you're going to learn the cold art of seeing it before they speak. After this, you won't need proof. You'll need patterns. You'll know when someone is selling you a version of reality instead of telling you what happened. You'll spot the lie that hides inside compliments, the lie that hides inside urgency, the lie that hides inside innocence. Because deception is not a talent, it's a sequence. And once you learn the sequence, the game changes. You stop arguing, you stop chasing explanations, you stop giving liars what they want most, your attention, your doubt, your time. You will see the lie forming before the first word leaves their mouth. And when you can see it early, you can control the outcome. Let's begin. Machiavelli never asked, "Is he honest?" He asked, "What does he want?" Because truth and lies are not moral categories in real life. They are tools. People use whatever tool gets them the outcome. And the reason most men get deceived is simple. They listen to words as if words are the event, but words are the packaging. The real event is the intention, the deal being offered, the control being attempted. The lie is not a sentence. The lie is a strategy. That is why you keep missing it. You are staring at the mouth while the hands move. A skilled liar can polish the story. They can rehearse, they can cry on cue, they can sound reasonable, but they cannot erase the physics of manipulation. Before a lie is spoken, the person has to set the room. They have to manage your mood. They have to adjust your expectations. They have to bait you into a position where questioning them feels rude or cruel or unnecessary. So this is what we are doing today. We are not hunting lies. We are hunting setup. You will learn the pre-speech signals, the silent behaviors that reveal the mission before the words arrive. And once you can see the mission, you stop being a victim of conversation. You become the one reading the board. Now we begin the protocol. Rule 1. The lie always arrives with a frame. Before the sentence, they build a little stage inside your head. They tell you how to feel, what the situation means, what kind of person they are, what kind of person you should be. They don't start with facts. They start with atmosphere. Watch for the preamble that doesn't belong. A truthful person usually goes straight to the event. A liar goes straight to controlling the interpretation of the event. That is why they begin with phrases that sound harmless but are actually locks on your mind. I hate drama, but you know me. I'm always honest. I shouldn't even say this. Promise you won't judge me. I don't want to sound like a bad person. Those are not sentences. Those are shields. They are trying to buy safety before they spend deception. They want you to agree to the emotional rules of the room before you hear the claim. So, your job is simple. Ignore the frame. Make them give you the event. What happened? When? Where? Who was there? And notice what they do when you remove their stage. If they get irritated, if they get offended, if they suddenly act wounded, you just touch the mechanism. Truth can survive questions. A lie needs comfort. Rule 2. They over-explain what should be obvious. A lie is rarely short, because short leaves room for you to think. So they flood you. They give you too many details in the wrong places. They answer questions you didn't ask. They narrate their innocence like a documentary. They talk like they're writing a script that must sound complete. And it works, because most people confuse quantity with credibility. But here's the tell. Truth has weight. It lands. Then it stops. A lie keeps moving. It has to keep moving. Listen for the unnecessary timeline. Listen for the extra characters. Listen for the moral commentary stitched into the facts. I was literally just trying to help. I mean, anyone would have done the same. It wasn't even like that. I didn't want to say anything, but you know how they are. Notice the pattern. They're not describing what happened. They're describing how you should interpret what happened. When someone is honest, they don't fear silence after the statement. Silence is where truth sits comfortably. A liar fears silence because silence gives you space to notice the holes. So, do this. When they start over-explaining, cut the fuel, become still, don't nod, don't reassure, don't help them finish. Let the silence open like a trapdoor. Then ask one cold question: what's the simplest version of what happened? If they can't compress the story, it's because the story isn't real. If they get angry at the question, it's because the question threatens the structure holding the lie up. Over-explanation is not clarity, it's camouflage. Rule 3. They plant urgency to stop your thinking. A liar doesn't want time. Time is where you notice. So they rush you, not with speed, with pressure. They manufacture a deadline that makes questioning feel dangerous. They turn delay into betrayal. They make you feel like a villain for needing clarity. Because if you slow down, the story has to stand on its own legs. And it can't. Watch how often deception arrives with a clock. I need an answer right now. This is time sensitive. If you don't do it today, it's over. I can't explain everything. Just trust me. We don't have time for all that. That's not logistics. That's a cage. Urgency is not always a lie, but a lie almost always uses urgency. Because urgency replaces evidence. Urgency hijacks your nervous system. It moves you out of analysis and into reaction. And once you react, you can be steered. Here's the colder truth. If something is real, it can survive a pause. If something is fair, it can survive a question. If something is clean, it can survive daylight. So your move is simple. You do not argue about the decision. You break the clock. Say this calmly. If it's real, it will still be real tomorrow. If it needs me rushed, it needs me blind. Then watch their face. Watch how quickly they switch from sweet to sharp. Watch the guilt tactics appear. Watch the sudden anger, the sudden accusations, the sudden performance of disappointment. That emotional spike is the confession. They were not selling you a choice. They were selling you compliance. You don't beat urgency with speed. You beat it with stillness. The liar needs momentum. You become gravity. Rule 4. Their emotions arrive before the facts. When someone lies, they don't start by telling you what happened. They start by telling you how you must feel about what happened. They drop sadness to make you gentle. They drop anger to make you defensive. They drop shame to make you quiet. Because emotion is a shortcut around your judgment. If they can get you managing their feelings, you won't have the bandwidth to audit their story. Watch the order. Truth is event first, reaction second. Deception is reaction first, event later. I can't believe you'd think that about me. Wow. You really don't trust me. After everything I've done for you, I'm actually hurt right now. I'm shaking. I can't handle this. Notice what's missing. The actual details. This is a technique. They are not answering. They are repositioning. They're pulling you out of the role of investigator and forcing you into the role of caretaker. And once you become the caretaker, they become the victim. Victims are rarely cross-examined. So your move is to stay cruelly chronological. Do not soothe. Do not apologize. Do not defend yourself. Just return to the event, like a blade returning to the same spot. What happened? What did you say? What did you do? What did you want? If they keep escalating emotion, you say one sentence. Your feelings are noted. Now explain the facts. That line is a wall. Most liars crash into it because their primary weapon was the mood, not the truth. The moment you refuse to hold their emotional weight, they have to stand on their story. And if the story is real, it stands. If it's a lie, you'll watch it wobble. Emotion is not evidence. It is often a smoke grenade. Rule 5. They speak in absolutes to block inspection. A liar loves total words because total words feel final. Always, never, everyone, no one, I swear on everything. I would never do that. You're the only one who thinks this. Absolutes are not truth. They are barricades. Reality is messy. Honest people leave room for nuance because nuance is what real life looks like. A liar uses absolutes to make you feel stupid for questioning, to make your doubt look irrational, to make the conversation feel closed, and there's another reason they do it. Absolutes are hard to disprove in the moment. If they say, I never said that, you don't have the footage. If they say, everyone agrees with me, you can't call everyone. They're building claims that are emotionally strong and factually slippery. So your move is to slice the absolute into something testable. When they say, always, ask, name 3 recent times. When they say never, ask, not once, ever, in any form. When they say everyone, ask, who specifically? When they say no one, ask, are you sure you're speaking for all of them? Watch what happens. A truthful person will think and answer. A liar will pivot into offense, sarcasm, or a new topic. Because the absolute wasn't a statement, it was a spell. It was meant to freeze you. You break spells with specifics. When someone becomes more dramatic as you become more precise, you're watching the lie struggle for oxygen. Precision is the enemy of deception. Rule 6. They forget the one detail that would convict them. A liar's memory is selective in a very specific way. They remember everything that makes them look reasonable. They forget everything that makes them look responsible. They can recall the weather, the traffic, the vibe, the tone of your voice. But when you ask the one question that pins the story to the wall, they suddenly become fog. I don't remember. It's all a blur. You're overthinking it. Why does that even matter? I can't recall exactly, but you know what I mean. That's not confusion. That's escape. Because accountability lives inside specifics. Time, sequence, names, messages, receipts, decisions. If they give you the specific, you can verify. If you can verify, they lose control. So they give you a cinematic story with missing timestamps. Your move is not to argue with their memory. Your move is to make the missing detail the only thing that matters. Okay. Then we pause until you remember. Okay. Then we don't move forward until that's clear. Okay. Then we verify. And here's the part most people are too polite to do. If they truly can't remember, they don't get to demand trust. Trust is a reward for clarity, not a donation to confusion. When someone forgets the only detail that protects you, assume it protects them. Truth may be imperfect, but it has anchors. A lie floats. Make them provide anchors or watch them drift into anger. Because anger is often the last refuge of a story that can't be checked. Rule 7. They mirror your values to borrow your trust. A liar rarely attacks your intelligence. They attack your identity. They study what you respect: loyalty, honesty, peace, hard work, family, faith, being low drama, being mature. Then they wear it like a uniform. Because if they can make you believe, this person is like me, you will stop verifying. You'll start assuming. You'll start defending them against your own instincts. So listen for the value signal before the request. I'm not like those people. I'm all about principles. I hate manipulation. I just want what's fair. I'm the kind of person who tells it straight. Notice what they're doing. They're not proving anything. They're declaring alignment. They're trying to skip the audition and go straight to the role. The tell is how quickly the value talk turns into leverage. A loyal person would do this for me. A real friend wouldn't question me. If you were mature, you'd let it go. If you really cared, you'd understand. That's the trap. They turn your standards into handcuffs. They don't want you to be loyal. They want you to be programmable. Your move is cold. Separate the value from the behavior. If you're honest, you can answer this. If you're loyal, you won't ask me to betray myself. If you're fair, you won't need guilt to get agreement. Then watch them. A truthful person will accept the test because the test is consistent with who they claim to be. A liar will panic because you just did the one thing they can't survive. You made their identity claims measurable. Anyone can speak your values. Only a clean person can live under them. Rule 8. They test your boundaries with a small lie first. Nobody opens with a big lie. That's amateur. A skilled liar runs a calibration, a minor distortion, a harmless omission, a little misquote, a story that's almost true. They watch your reaction like a predator watching the fence line. If you let it pass, they know what kind of person you are. Not moral, not kind, trainable. This is why the early lies are tiny. They're not trying to win. They're trying to measure. Did you correct them? Did you laugh it off? Did you stay quiet to keep peace? Did you doubt yourself? Did you apologize for noticing? If you accept the small lie, you just signed a contract. It says you will trade reality for comfort. And once they know that, the lies get bolder, because the punishment never arrives. So your move is brutal and quiet. You don't accuse them of lying. You don't debate intent. You correct the record. That's not what I said. That's not what happened. No. The time was different. No. You're leaving something out. Say it like you're reading a receipt. No heat, no drama, just accuracy. Then watch what they do. A truthful person adjusts. A liar attacks your tone, your attitude, your sensitivity, your memory, because the small lie wasn't about the detail. It was about dominance. They wanted to see if you'd submit to their version of reality. If you correct small distortions early, most manipulators lose interest. They want easy minds. They don't want resistance. They move on to softer targets. This is the rule. Small lies are scouting missions. Respond like a border guard. Rule 9. They dodge the point, then punish you for returning to it. When someone is lying, they rarely refuse directly. Refusal looks suspicious, so they redirect. They answer a different question. They talk around the center. They give you a lecture, a story, a joke, a complaint, anything that moves you away from the exact thing you asked. Then, when you return to the point, they punish you for it. Why are you stuck on this? You're making this a bigger deal than it is. You always do this. You're obsessed. You're trying to start something. That is the sequence. Evade, then shame, because shame is a leash. If they can make your curiosity feel ugly, you will stop asking. And once you stop asking, they can keep rearranging reality without resistance. So your move is to become one note. Do not chase their detours. Do not defend your right to ask. Do not explain yourself. You repeat the question, cleaner each time. I hear you. Answer this. That's not what I asked. Answer this. One detail. Answer this. If they keep dodging, you name the pattern, not the lie. You keep avoiding the question. You keep changing topics. You keep attacking me for asking. Truth can tolerate repetition. A lie needs movement. And here's the final part. If someone makes you feel guilty for needing clarity, they are not protecting the relationship. They are protecting the story. Stay on the point until they either answer or expose themselves by refusing. Silence is acceptable. Evasion is information. Rule 10. The lie ends with a forced conclusion. A liar doesn't just want you to believe them. They want you to stop investigating. So after the story, they slam the door. Can we just move on? This is done. End of discussion. I don't want to talk about it anymore. You either trust me or you don't. That's not peace. That's containment. A clean person wants resolution. A liar wants closure without examination. They want the emotional relief of being believed without the cost of being verified. So they offer you a false choice. Either you accept my version now, or you're a bad person for not accepting it. Either you drop it, or you're starting drama. Either you trust me, or you're toxic. This is the final trap. They try to make the investigation itself the crime. Your move is simple. You don't negotiate with their conclusion. You reject the frame. We can move on after it's clear. I'm not arguing. I'm clarifying. This isn't about trust. It's about facts. Then you watch the reaction. If they demand closure more than they demand truth, you just learned the priority. Because truth doesn't need a forced ending. Only a lie needs the conversation to stop. Most people get deceived because they listen to words instead of watching setup. The lie forms quietly before the mouth opens. In the atmosphere they try to create around you. In the pressure they apply to your timeline. In the emotion they drop into the room to make you manage them instead of judge them. In the confidence they borrow from big claims, vague witnesses, and moral language that sounds noble but asks you to surrender your standards. You don't need to become suspicious. You need to become exact. When someone is clean, they welcome clarity. They can repeat the story without reshaping it. They can answer a simple question without turning it into a fight. They can handle a pause without panicking. They don't need you rushed, guilty, or confused to get agreement. So the test is always the same. Slow the room down. Strip away the mood. Ask for the simplest version. Demand anchors you can verify. If the truth is there, it will sit in the light. If it's not, you'll feel the twisting, the offense, the detours, the sudden need to shut it all down. That reaction is the signal. Now you don't chase lies. You watch what they need from you to make the lie work. The world is full of people who can smile while they steal. They don't need to be smarter than you. They just need you to be polite at the wrong moment. They just need you to doubt your own senses. They just need you to hurry. They just need you to rescue them from discomfort. That's the real danger. Not the lie itself. The lie is cheap. What it costs is your attention, your clarity, your self-respect. So from now on, when the room feels strange, you don't explain it away. You don't tell yourself you're overthinking. You don't accept confusion as normal. You slow down. You ask for the simplest version. You look for anchors. And if they can't stand in the light, you don't drag them into it. You step back and let them collapse under their own story. Because once you can see the lie before they speak, you don't need to fight. You just stop being available to be used. Like if you've ever watched someone try to sell you reality. Subscribe if you prefer clarity over comfort. Also comment down below the signal you'll watch for next time.